some life to this. There
It's
we
good
go.
fun.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That was pretty
You know.
cool, man.
You know, when you spend a little bit of time doing this shit, you know, instead of
I got you. So how did you do that?
because I switched us to StreamYard to try this out, and I switched us to StreamYard, and I started playing around with the stuff. I had initially already had made that intro for videos that are going to be like we've recorded them, and then I was going to edit them, but my editing skills are trash, so I started messing around with Premiere and made that.
Using Premiere for TikTok or Instagram?
Huh?
For
I've used
Instagram? Like what where were you gonna post them?
So right now we're live currently on YouTube and X.
Okay.
Nice.
So I have us on both of those currently. So I'm going over.
Brandon said we have to stay on topic. What's the topic?
What do you guys want to talk about? Because see, we had something, but then all of us were too fucking busy last week, so that didn't fucking work.
Brandon just went on a date. You can talk about modern dating again.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that too.
Well, you gotta preface it. No, not all right, man. Look at me. Look at me. I'm on the screen.
Currently on live on X, you know. Then I'm about to switch over
Elon's shit show.
Elon. I love Elon.
He's a fucking
So
nutter.
you gotta get your daughter a freaking Xbox, man. What is she doing?
We got a PS5.
Looks like she's playing with like a fucking lemon juice bottle. What are you doing?
She can't hear you. She's looking out the window. She said, "What are you doing? What is that in your hand?" Oh, water gun.
The what?
You better not.
See, dude, no matter how old they get, they're still sweet kids, just like me.
Yeah. Well,
fuck these.
Oh, she's getting ready. Look, you're right.
This is us currently on YouTube.
Nice. Oh, you know what I'm really interested in? Why a podcast, KP? Why a podcast?
Why not a podcast is the ultimate.
I think it's the most raw, intimate form of like KP. Online communication. I'm just
he saying, can answer. Shush it.
Yeah. Shut up, fucking tank top. Last time I checked, there's 3 fucking names here. Sorry, I didn't mean to get aggro. It's a Friday. Happy Friday, y'all.
It's a Friday. I haven't drank any alcohol.
Wow, is that why this is turning out great? We're 3 minutes in, and you're
is that why you're all a bunch of fucking pussies?
Oh my god! I mean, let me tell you, brother. Nah, I'm gonna. This cup gonna get full with some alcohol here in just a little bit. I'm just letting everybody come on in here.
Hey, queen of the house.
Kathy, can you make me one of them Arnold Palmer things again?
Oh hey, I love Arnold Palmer's. Oh,
with tequila
God.
though.
Can I check my dinner first?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy Palmer.
Spicy Palmer. Yeah, that's a new drink. I guess no, it's not a new drink.
I said Ronaldo Palmer.
Ronaldo Palmer. Yeah. But yeah, you went on a date.
Yeah, well, no, why podcast? Let's go back. I'm not going to still knock this yet
because it's a publicly recorded conversation amongst buddies. That's why
I like that.
You know, maybe we can make it interesting, and maybe people will want to tune in and stuff like that. Eventually, we gotta be more consistent, you know, and stuff like that.
I agree.
But you know, here are my heathen ass children behind me. Shut up.
Where's Noah?
Noah.
Where's Noah?
Who's Noah? I ain't got a kid named Noah. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god, dude.
I know your kid name.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, dude.
I know your kid's name.
I know. I'm just joking, dude. His name's Nevin. Where is he?
He is
He's always
currently
talking
in his
shit by
room.
now.
Anyways, but the podcast is because shit.
Yeah,
Why
conversation.
not do it
between
a
homeboys.
conversation in public? Why not? Yeah, maybe somebody think we're interested and want to tune in.
I didn't mean to threaten you guys with that question. I was just genuinely curious why a podcast.
I wouldn't threaten.
But you don't want to do a podcast no more, huh? Huh?
I want it to be more interesting, so I'm taking the reins. It's
Then
officially,
say
I'm
something.
changing the name too.
Then go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just
Go
kidding,
ahead.
dude.
Hey,
Oh,
everybody,
the
this is
new
the
fucking
Meaningful
name
Nonsense
first.
podcast with your host, Anthony Ramos. Damn it.
He who doesn't know how to fucking use the shift key to give himself capital A. It looks like he's in fucking 5th grade signing into his goddamn Chromebook.
Fucking imbecile can't even fucking give us capital letters, but he's trying to tell us he want us to be interesting. Your name
Steer
ain't even
away.
creative. You could have figured out some creative way to do. Look at my name, KC Player.
I like it.
I guess I can't really add to that, but it was a good old
Brandon.
Brandon.
So how was the date?
Yeah, I was.
It was great, man. Yeah. So back on the market.
Yeah, that was short-lived.
Single life again. Look at me going round and
Hey.
round like a fucking.
Hey.
Oh
schmuck.
yeah, KP doesn't know. He's
No.
back on the market, dude.
You didn't hear me? I was like, that was short lived.
Yeah, no, it was. It's a long. No, it's actually not that long of a story.
Hey,
but
here's a rule to live by: don't double back.
at this point, yeah. Is that the towel? Am I waving the towel? You went quiet.
Yeah, he ain't even got no sound. See, he's talking about he taking over this podcast. He, that weak
Yeah.
ass snowball. That
Hope
weak
your
ass
ass knows
snowball.
sign
came-
language, motherfucker.
Look, he done snatched the cord out. Look, he gotta fix his cord. fucking.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep the peace because
keep the peace. You there?
throughout his life, KP interrupts and tries to give him wisdom that like
I'ma
Okay,
shut
I
up.
see what the towel is.
argues.
Is that your
about.
fucking? Is that you wiped your sweaty balls with it? You just brought it upstairs in your daughter's room? Disgusting, bro.
Dude, I was sweaty getting here. That's how committed I am to helping you guys out with this and being
helping
host.
us, fool. You a part of this. What are you talking about? This is a trio endeavor.
Wow, you get served drinks.
No, I
You
don't.
even say thank you.
First of all, I have to open the bottle, so there ain't really nothing in here.
All right, so Brandon's single.
and it's
KP
frozen.
gave him wisdom. What's your response to that wisdom, Brandon?
What was it? Don't double back. Yeah,
Something
this
about-
fucking point.
Yeah, never mind.
This
could go.
fucking point. It was how can I put this? We'll just say bad time. We'll just chalk it all up to bad timing. I think. Don't regret anything. And of course, the future, you never know. But as of right now, it ain't the time.
It's not.
Well, I'll say this though, without any details, it was more of a time for me. Like I was more ready than she was. And
Wait.
that's not really saying much.
Are you saying that you would go, like, let's say she called you 1 month from now and said, you know, fuck it, I made the giantest mistake in the world.
You can't ask me that right now because that's not right now is not in 1 month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Life
feel
life is too that's probably the biggest issue that I think I have in life and how I've kind of grown up and kind of prepared is just like, oh, I'm gonna see my life and doing this, that, and the other, and this is gonna happen more than likely. Bitch, we know fucking nothing.
Remember? Cut in half.
You know, I think it's pretty easy. I think every single one of us here right now can go back fucking even a year. We'll even go a year, okay? And go, if we happen to take a little snapshot into what our lives are like right now, I don't think any of us would have expected it. You know what I mean? So it's like, why anticipate anything? Anything is possible. So to answer your question in the most, objective way possible, he hits me up in a month. It's not like we ended on bad terms or anything, but I'm moving the fuck on. So yeah,
You would say
Don't double
no.
back.
I'm chit-chatting some mamas. I'm taking some mamas out.
He really is, dude.
Yeah.
KP, you should see this guy's phone book. It's literally
I
enlarged.
got a lot of catching up to do, boy.
Show you something real quick.
Something really quick.
You better not show us your
Oh,
damn
show something.
WhatsApp history.
Yeah, the 50 Colombian men that have been trying to fucking.
50 Colombian men.
That have
I mean, they were
been
pretty.
hit you up.
They were good looking. But okay, riddle me this, because I only used WhatsApp once because my neighbor, who I saw on my walks and when I first lost my job, she's like, hit me up on WhatsApp, I'll get you connected to all these people trying to. So I've never used it. So how are you meeting people on WhatsApp? I
don't meet no one on WhatsApp.
I was
So
joking, dude.
he was joking. I use Hinge.
He uses
And
Hinge.
I use Hinge.
Oh, what were you just showing me WhatsApp for?
That was my Hinge. That wasn't WhatsApp.
Oh, I heard. I'm sorry.
He
Oh,
just
that's your
said
Hinge.
WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
I was
So-
like, no, that was my
All right.
Hinge.
I'm a man of research. Like I've heard of Hinge, but what makes it
Your camera turned
stand
on.
out?
No, you're
'Cause
checking
he's-
something. Yeah.
Check it
Huh?
out, yeah.
He's
I
probably
like it because I feel like the people on there are actually people, and they're actually like talking and shit like that. But at the same time too, there's also like, I don't know. Right now, I haven't had anything set up to do anything. It's just been mostly conversations, and then like I think I've probably told one person so far because it's moved off the app onto the phone, so it's like text corresponding and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. I don't really have too much of a expectation from it because I've been using it before and it never really panned out to be anything, but we'll see. I'm more of the whole trying to meet people through friends and shit because that person has already been vetted because they're in the friends group, you know what I mean?
What's that lady that you want to buy houses with? What's her name?
Oh, the homie? That's Ty.
Ty. And Ty is not your type.
Ty got Ty like older wrinkled bald niggas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
A couple wrinkles away, but all right.
She like old white guys.
that's hot.
She actually got a boyfriend right now, but no. That's like my little sister, so no.
Gotcha. You know, dude, I
Church and
actually
state.
met a twin of yours at my gym.
Of
Okay.
mine?
Yeah.
Why do people
Really?
think I look like a lot of people? I don't think I look like a lot of people.
He was literally like a husky black guy, and we were doing.
Hey,
No,
that's-
You just described fucking 65% of Oakland. More details. Bitch.
husky black guy. Ooh, that's exotic.
He was a super cool guy. I forgot his name. He was just getting fit, real thick, just could knock me out easy. And
What is your infatuation getting knocked out, bro?
Okay, so it's not just me. All right. That's cool.
oh my god, bro! See, this is what I'm talking about: meaningful nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new and improved version of
Hey.
meaningful nonsense. I am your host.
And I'm the fucking schmuck laying on his bed in his fucking loft because his desk is all taken apart. And I'm pretty sure your fucking dog you pawned off on me pissed on my fucking sheet.
Who?
Oh,
Oreo. You know.
Dude. His
hey,
little
this
is
is
so active.
sorry. This is still the beginning of a very immature podcast. So we'll eventually, get to where we are, very high class, high society.
I
Oh my
wanna
god,
see
dude!
us
The
all
first
in a
5
room.
episodes, you're sucking down tequila and telling us about slanging dick. What are you talking about?
Who telling you about
The
slanging
moment we
dick?
joke
I ain't
around,
slanging
it's
shit.
all.
I ain't
The moment we
slinging
joke
shit.
around.
I'm
you start
35
the
years
WhatsApp,
old
and all
with
of
a
sudden we're the
porn
classic
addiction.
people. Hey, dude. Nothing wrong with a good classic porn addiction. Just overcome it. All right. That's what our guests should know about.
Yeah, what do you think that towel is in his hand?
Right.
It's
That's
called
because
old
the
slapping.
only, the only reason it moved because he washed it recently. Normally it's crusty. It's sitting on the floor.
You do use color safe bleach though. It looks pretty good, dude.
Right. Nah. I don't know.
I'd like to
I-
see us all sit at a table at some point.
Man, we could do that. We can evolve. It can evolve to where we
Yeah,
like
come build
all
my
in one
basement out,
place.
KP.
I will. I will.
Okay. All right, let's do that then. I'm already
Okay.
committed, man, to turn that into a little recording studio.
We could definitely do it. We could definitely do it. I'm definitely down. You really don't even. Well, if we do that, you have to guy like. Oh shit! You don't have to. Them walls gonna have to be thick.
Well, so again, you're not getting my basement and my attic mixed up, right?
No, I
Okay.
seen your basement. Your
Okay.
basement,
Oh yeah,
you don't
I did
have
say-
any.
okay.
You didn't have any. It'll work. So now you got me in like construction mode. Now I'm thinking.
That
Alright.
put you in work mode. Sorry. Well, put it.
Nah,
in. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, so take a sip. That's right. Get refreshed. I need you.
So the one thing that I'm not the greatest at is framing. So I'm trying to think
Okay.
is because it's easy for me to find a frame.
Well-
I know they could frame.
Well, that's the thing with the basement. I don't think it needs to be framed. And honestly, dude, I don't even think I'll even hang drywall along the wall because it's just just cement wall with a gap for the crawl space around. I'll just seal and paint the cement, and then I want to just hang something like little sheet or little plaques or whatever that I can just like hang and easily take down to cover and access the crawl space.
Yeah. So that's what upstairs. That's the upstairs part, right?
That's downstairs,
Downstairs.
basement.
Ariel. There's my
Actually,
little niecey poo.
Like a month. She's like a
I
grown
haven't
ass
seen her in a
adult now.
while. Like real, for real. Look at my little niecey poo. I miss her.
Hi, Peanut. What you got?
We can't even hear him because he done unplugged this raggedy ass. But if you do not invest, I'm gonna buy him a mic because we can't keep doing this shit. This
Well,
ghetto
it's kind
ass.
of crazy. So far, it only really happens when you're streaming.
Right. Hey, can I interest you guys? All right, we're gonna get on some topics, but can I interest
right.
you guys? So I've tried to get because I know you guys game on PC and everything. I've
I'm
tried
Skippy.
to get Anthony to come and play. He know what I'm about to ask. Go ahead, go fake sleep. Can we start an org and you guys play some fucking Star Citizen with me? You know what I mean?
I'll play fucking. I got Star Citizen. I'll play it.
Yeah, he'll play with you, dude. And
Yeah. I bought it a
Yeah, he
while
does.
ago.
he was a backer.
I'm a backer since 2012.
Not that far back, but oh yeah. So you've watched this shit go. It is kind of fucking insane.
Rena, I will
how
put you in your head. I
it's-
am doing something, child.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm just like, Jesus
No.
Christ, all right, play the fucking game. God damn. No, I heard about it from a coworker when I used to work at Tesla, so that was at least 2015. And like, obviously, look, I think it still is the highest funded indie game of all time. Still,
Yes.
it's kind of fucking
It-
crazy. He built a whole company, and is able to sustain his people
Cloud
just from a
Emporium.
GoFundMe. It's kind of crazy.
I still play it. Shit, I probably cut you off again. I'm the horrible.
No. I'm done. I said it.
Oh,
Yeah, dude,
I,
you gotta stop being disrespectful.
I know, man. I don't mean to be. It's ADHD. That's
No.
the thing with
It's also ADHD doesn't help. I got that too.
So, but I've been playing it. I've been playing it so when I finally bought a PC that can handle it, which was last year, I've been playing it. I've been off of it because now it has gotten to the point where the game, you can't play it by yourself. You need to run around. If you're gonna be out here doing those missions and stuff like that, you gotta have a few people with you because now the game is like kind of like ramped up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's anytime you go and do something, it's a fucking investment. Like you got
Right. And I have ships, so I was one of the people.
You bought some of the big ones.
I got a reclaimer, and I have.
Hold on, let me pull that up. I can.
I have a reclaimer, and I have a star. Is it a freelancer or a star lancer? One of the two.
Jesus Christ, bro! I mean, look, I know there's more expensive ones, but fuck me, dude. Good for
Either
you.
one, his turrets don't fire.
They do fire. One of them don't even. The other one, the big reclaimer, it has turrets. But
We got into a battle after 2 hours, and I couldn't fire a weapon. And then he spent like 3 more hours trying to find me a weapon.
First of all, you didn't even play for 3 hours. We didn't even
Dude,
play
we
for
played like 5 hours, and it took you like an hour to figure out how to invite me.
First of all,
Bro, I hold on, KP. I got your back on this, KP. Bitch, I've seen you try to play nudie games like 20 minutes, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is bowling, explosions."
hey, and then he just out of nowhere started. Out of nowhere started talking, trying to do role play. I was like, what? Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's what I want. I want to roll.
That's how he keeps
play.
us. Okay, if he's doing that, it means he's trying to be entertained.
I
so.
was
Yeah,
trying. I
but
was like,
he-
all right,
he
Space
did-
Cadet. Why are we?
He didn't even fucking. He didn't even prep me. He just started niner. Coming in play. I was like,
Okay, that's
and,
fine.
and me listening to him, looking at him like, what? Huh? What?
See, that's why we need to start with something a little bit more simple, accessible, and colorful. That's why we start with Sea of Thieves, and then
No,
once we get that
Astroneer.
coordination down.
No, he got Star Citizen.
I know, but we gotta do Sea of Thieves first. That'll catch his attention.
KP's not giving up on Star. It's either Star Citizen
No.
or he gets a job. One of those.
Who you talking about? Fuck, I got a job. I built $5 million houses that are way not worth that.
Oh,
Welcome
okay,
to
because they're
California.
built like shit.
No, they're built nice. I'm not paying $5 million.
About
for
$5
that.
million
No,
worth.
it's
Where
not
at?
$5 million. I work for. I'm not going to say the name. I work
That's
for a
cool.
reputable home building company.
What, you guys got a pizza ordered, or
I don't know. Somebody at our door. Who's at our door?
that's when the man gets up
Look,
and goes and
brown boy.
defends the house? Are we
No,
about
it's
to
a
witness
kid.
crime?
I ain't got a fucking.
I've seen you try
Oh,
to
it's
fight
Nevin.
young kids.
It's Nevin knocking on the door, and they fucking what? Oh,
What the? That's not
Got
his
another
son.
one?
that's my little nephew, Silas.
Oh. Hi, Silas.
This is my other little nephew. That's how you
no.
know I got fucking mittens. Come over here.
He just grabs his face. Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious.
That's a sick shirt, though, actually.
What does it say?
Left
Bad
now.
Boys for Life or something? Oh, nice.
And then,
I like
oh,
that.
you know what? We were just talking about Ty. Here's Ty. Where the fuck
Where's
she
Ty
at?
at?
Hold on. Here she comes. Ty, bring your black
She got a
ass in
bag
here.
of Cheez-Its? Bring those in there. Let me see.
Bring your black ass in here. Come here, you little niglet.
Dude, you can't say that on my podcast.
I'm saying it on this one.
Yeah,
Come
because
here,
we'll
little-
save it for
here,
you,
little-
Anthony.
Beautiful niglet.
Hey, I know her.
Hi,
Yeah,
Ty.
you know her. I
That's
told
fine.
you.
You know me. I let you
I
practice
know me.
being a daddy on Bella when she was a baby.
I
Yeah.
remember that. That was good times.
That's
Hello,
my
hello.
sister. My
Oh, my
my
wife.
sister from another mother.
My lady likes
Mister. God damn it.
From another mister.
Come on,
Yeah,
KP. That fucking Arnold Palmer's already kicking
that's
in.
sister from another mister. But she's like
the
she's
sister
like my
from another
sister.
mister.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's my sister. My baby sis, because she's young as fuck.
All right, guys.
She
I
like-
got
she
6
like
more
old wrinkled
minutes on
balls.
the ticker. I got one more question for you.
6 more minutes. You know what? When he leave, Brandon, me and you gonna keep going. We're gonna find some fucking topics to talk about. We're gonna let the little pretty boy fucking go and be pretty somewhere.
Let's just all just get an hour. Let's get a solid hour.
No, so
Solid
we're
hour.
gonna
It's
hit up
24
an hour
minutes,
on
so-
Sunday. Is that cool?
You want to
I
do it
can't
again
do
on Sunday?
I can't do Sunday.
Yeah. Well,
We'll
you're the one that
stick it
doesn't
out.
want to do this. I want to do this.
Let's go.
Let's hear it. Let's hear you little nigglets. Move.
That
You little half
We're
Russian.
That
gonna try to
door,
get
that
classy.
walkway.
Meanwhile.
you've had more people come through that door and that walkway and these streams that we've done that I've had in all my homes combined.
At this point, I'm just gonna stop trying to be. It's either we do this shit late at night where everybody fucking sleep, or
Just put a sheet up right behind you or something, dude.
no. I've been looking at those little green screen things where you can put it here, and it just makes it look like I blend in with everything. But
Might be worth, it might be worth
That's
the
not
purchase
Ty.
of $50.
I know what Ty looks like.
that is Ty. That was Ty, fool.
Oh,
She
I was
just got
thinking
her
Ty
pro.
was the little chick with the dreads that we go to the clubs with.
That is her.
That's
She
not the
just
same
got her
person.
pro.
This is
Oh
getting
no,
really
you
awkward.
talking about no fool. You talking about you're talking about
Tekka.
Sade.
The little Tekka.
That you talking about Sade.
Sade. Yes.
You talking about my other sister.
Yeah. That's why I asked if she's single, and then I was surprised
No,
that you said
she's
she's
gay.
interested in men. Okay.
She's
Yeah.
gay.
Right. Okay.
No, never mind.
And this little nigga over here like old white guys.
I do. I like established old white men with their own property.
What do you
Oh,
define as
nice.
old? What do you
This
define as
no,
old?
you're too young. That's how old.
Well, look, I've looked
Oh.
30 since I was 5.
I'm not
Ask her if she. Oh wait. Just
Uh,
ask her if she thinks Brandon's cute. That's it. That's all I
All
ask.
right. Here
For what?
is Brandon cute. This guy right here.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go. Look, he's
All
a
right, well, then I'll see you
well-established
single.
Ty, I'll
white
see you
guy.
in 20
He's
years. How
single.
about that?
He
He's
said
single,
he's see you in
Ty.
20 years.
If that's your criteria, then I'll try to get there.
Look, he's a well-established white
She's
guy.
smiling, bro.
He just
She's
bought a house
smiling.
recently.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
then my punk ass is now up in the fucking loft.
There you go. He
I'll get
older,
back
he
to
older
you,
than
Ty.
me.
How old are you?
How old are you, Brandon?
Oh.
What?
30.
Oh, you too young.
No.
Oh, you're not?
I'm 30.
Oh.
Yo, hey,
40.
oh, finally
Does that
somebody
count for
that
age?
actually matches her age.
Wait, is she
But
single?
see, I got the heart of a 60-year-old.
I feel like I have absolutely nothing in common with people my age.
Yes, she does.
I-
You got a lot of
surprised.
comments.
Felt
She's
the
just
same.
an
I
old
grew up
dog.
an only child. I grew up an only child.
Okay.
I've been 50
He's
since
getting
I was 5
rosy
years
red.
old.
I don't
love
know. I have 3 kids.
All right, fuck off. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was so wrong.
I'm kidding,
Ah,
I'm
fuck
kidding.
off.
No, you should meet
I'm
her. She's
good.
really
I'm
nice.
good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
no,
Them
I-
little heathens that you just see walk past me, them
I did
came out of
married
her.
Life. I did all of that shit already. And
Good for
that's
you.
Not fair to someone like you that's probably trying to just get started on that shit. So I need someone that's older that wants to have a family that never could have one. So
Okay. Well,
You guys should at least go for a date.
I should go
I'm
for
sticking
what?
with that. You guys should at least go for a
Go
date.
for a
One
date.
date. One date. One date.
No. I'm sorry, Brandon. You seem like such a
It's all
guy,
right.
but I can't do
that's
it.
okay. I get it. Now you got a whole family to think about. You're right.
Hi, so
All
nice.
right, Ty. But hey, if we ever, oh, she's gone there.
Say it, I'll relay it.
Say
Say it and I'll relay it.
I'll write it up. I'll send it to you.
All right,
I'll send
cool.
it to your boss.
All right,
Cool.
guys. Great
Cool.
podcast. Love you guys.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right, later.
You ain't going nowhere. You bet.
You
Don't
ain't
do
going
it,
nowhere.
Anthony.
All right, let me. All right, I'm gonna throw
Solid
out.
hour.
I'm gonna
30
throw
more
out
minutes.
a
Let's go. On
solid.
topic. Go.
I'm gonna throw a solid. I'm gonna throw a solid fucking thing out there, and we're
Okay.
gonna roll with it. All right. What do you guys think about Doge?
Like the
Not
Dogecoin.
not the coin. The Department of Efficiency.
Oh yeah, he
Bro.
really wants to talk politics, dude. I don't.
I don't want to
this.
talk. Hey, so the only reason I wanted to talk politics because I work with this guy. He is left.
Yeah.
He thinks Elon's a Nazi. He thinks everybody we're about to be living in the fucking. Anthony, where the fuck you go? Look, he done unplugged the camera and the fucking mic. Anyways,
Son of a bitch.
he's super left. I honestly think the dude is brainwashed. because he some of the stuff he said, I was like, bro, come on now, that's a bit ridiculous. And I was like, do you actually like? I'll be sometimes thinking to him like, do you actually go and do your own research, or do you just get all your news? You watch the news and stuff like that, and you just run with whatever. Oh shit!
Yeah. Let's move this topic from politics to like what it actually what it actually is. Okay. Because I don't think Elon is a Nazi. I don't think Trump is a Nazi. I think those are just big words that people like to associate with big, powerful people who make either A, stupid decisions, or B, unfortunate decisions. And I think it's easy for people to point and a lot of money. There you go. It's easy to point the finger at people with power.
Right.
So, but with that being said, because, again, I used to work for Tesla, and I had never met Elon, but I had been exposed to his internal communications and the way he talks to his employees and how he manages his company. And I watched objectively a complete 360 from the person that I started working for in 2015 versus today. In fact, I think there's even, and this isn't necessarily a critique, we all have our opinions and able to change them as time develops, but Elon there was many posts that he's many public statements that he was opposed to some of the things that Trump was doing and saying when he was first in office. And now he's everyone's joking like, oh, it's President Elon, whatever. I do strongly believe that immense fame and immense power. Well, what's the saying? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I believe in that. I think it does fuck with someone's brain. For sure. I think there's too much evidence behind it to prove otherwise.
True.
Because you become so disconnected from the day to day. Like, it doesn't matter how much for the people, like you standing up and like saying, I am here for the people. It doesn't matter how much you come in with that. Once you're in that kind of level of power for so long, dude, you fucking get lost. You know what I mean? It's kind of akin to just like, hey, you haven't checked in on a friend in like, even 5 months. You know what I mean? Like, how much shit can actually change and you don't even realize.
Right.
It might be kind of a generalized kind of comparison, but I mean, still, it's just like when you're not living a normal human day-to-day life, you're going to lose that humanity. When you have all this power and money, you're in this life of abundance. You don't know. You soon forget what it's like to struggle.
Like you forget the price of eggs and milk.
Yeah. It's the day-to-day minutia that, arguably, I don't know this, I'm pulling this number out of my ass, but arguably 75 to 80% of people, at least in the United States, probably have to consider in their day-to-day lives, So when you become that small percentage, especially over a long period of time, I mean, Elon he's the richest. Is he the richest man in the world? I think he's richest man in the world, isn't he? Definitely the U.S. I think he is the richest.
No, in the world.
So there you go. I think this is I think it should be a cautionary tale of power, for sure. And I think it's also kind of fucking funny because Elon was originally like, hey, this is like our real life Tony Stark. And it was Robert Downey Jr. And Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Dr. Doom. So it's kind of fucking funny.
Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Isn't it? It's kind of fucking funny. And the movies don't touch on that in some way.
Can I correct you a little bit?
Please go ahead.
I know, nephew. Let me do my podcast. You come back, we and you will talk later.
He needs his own podcast. I like it.
You gonna move out my way little bit. You better move. No. The question was about Doge. But I posed that question. Nah, I posed that question on purpose, for real, because it's became so synonymous with Elon that people just all automatically move to Elon. Then they actually talk about what Doge is actually doing, and I think it's a thing that I've been kind of noticing, because when I talk about Doge, everybody immediately moves to Elon, and I'm like, yeah, but what is actually going on? What are they exposing, and what are they showing that this frivolous spending that America has been doing on meaningless programs, which I think is just a money laundering organization to put money in these. Like, how are you a politician with a $200 million net worth? You know what I mean? Where do you make your money? You know what I mean? And then you come to find out, like, Stacey Abrams in Atlanta got something like $2 billion sent to an organization that she was running, and this chick was a grassroots politician that all of a sudden is now got a network for like something like $10-20 million now, something wild like that. Look at Anthony back there, butt ass naked. He just got out of the shower.
I didn't even see him. You saw that?
He poked his head. He poked his head down there. But I'm more interested in that stuff because you see all these people who are rallying up like, oh, shut down Doge. But then you see this all this information coming out like, Elizabeth Warren got this thing called Think Blue or something like that she's been siphoning off a bunch of money that's been going towards her program, but the money was actually supposed to go to the victims of the fires in LA. And it was like,
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff down there.
I'll say this: I'm listening to this essentially for the first time because I don't, and I'll admit that maybe I should be a little bit more involved and active and keeping up with day-to-day politics. But
local,
the thing is,
local. I hate to cut you off, but local is more important.
I'm glad you said that, because that at the end of the day is like, I feel like that's like the most important thing, right? Because again, when in humankind history have we been so reliant and focused on a more global perspective? You know what I mean? We're not designed for that. We're not designed to keep up and communicate like that.
We are supposed to be in units of 150.
Absolutely. We're all little fucking tribes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, and especially in this age of just like absolute over information, misinformation, overwhelming amount of information. It's all too fucking much. And for me personally, especially, it's just like, look, I got my real day-to-day life going on right now, and I understand how our government and everything that's going on right now does affect me in a lot of ways. But it's just like, look, I got other important things to kind of focus on and figure out right now. But yes, I've heard about it, and yes, I absolutely agree that there is money being misspent. There's being money misspent in our own fucking homes sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's just like, it's for me. It's like I have to fucking pick the lesser. What can I actually control?
The shit that's in your house.
The shit that's in my house. Okay. Now, with that being said, of course, now Trump just passed the bill to shut down the Department of Education.
That's a good thing, though.
I think fair. Okay, I'll just take it because I'm not educated enough to comment on it. But I think it's also very safe to say that when big groups, there's always going to be noble efforts within big groups. Like this is how I look at it, because when you watch a shit movie, okay, we've all seen a shitty movie, okay, and you've seen that list of credits, right? There's people in those credits who absolutely came to that job, giving it their best and doing the best work that they could.
But still made a shitty movie. Because there was other more, we'll just say more powerful, shittier people making shittier decisions. Yeah.
So it kind of comes down to, what do we define as a proper audit?
Right.
Do we finally track down and pull out like a list of 5 people? Or do we just go and say, we're shutting this whole fucking thing down?
Right. And that's where this kind of goes back to the Department of Education. Like, from what I've been told, a lot of teachers, well, I have a coworker who's got a teacher as a wife, and he said that it has been something that's been good because it gives more power to the teachers and the local government, because it allows them to more critique the standards of learning to their area. So where, like you said, Alabama or something, I'm not disrespecting Alabama, but in Alabama where it's continuously behind in education, those people there know what they need to do to bring those kids up to a certain point where they're on par with other people across America. Just the same as like in Louisiana, those people there excuse me, know what it takes to bring their kids up, because every situation, every state, every situation is different. And by eliminating, because the Department of Education had a standard that everyone had to follow, because it's, you know, the government, but now it has now made it more local, so you can critique it to the people that you're serving instead of somebody from way over here in Washington that don't know how you're handling things, or don't know what your discrepancies are, or don't know what your deficiencies are in bumfuck Egypt. They don't know nothing about that, what's going on in your neighborhood. So now the people who actually live in those neighborhoods, who are also in those states, know what they have to do to bring these kids and education up to a point where they can compete in society. So, you know, I think it just gave more power to the little guy. And with the little guy, I ain't even gonna say little guy, just more power to the people who are actually out here teaching these people, these kids and everything. So that's what I kind of got from it, from what I see and what has been put out there, and what I've my own independent research, is that it became something that is now where those people of those places can more critique the learning and the education to the people that are there, and bring them up higher than, you know, someone from far out who doesn't know what the hell is going on in this place. So that's where I'm at with that. But
well, you know, regardless of who's in charge of what, I think it's very clear that just the overall, regardless of the funds and where those are going, I think just the overall effectiveness of education needs to be reworked. You know, now this isn't to say that I don't think it's important, but like at the same time, it's like 4 years required. And I'm pretty sure this is countrywide. 4 years of language arts required. Meanwhile, where's our life class? How to file your fucking taxes, how to balance a budget, how to take care of a fucking home. The shit that fucking matters that people get once they graduate, you know, they're just left to fucking figure it out. But hey, yeah, I'm glad you got your fucking doctorate in algebra, you poor piece of shit. Now have fun fucking figuring out how to live day to day. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that one. I straddle the fence, man. I straddle the fence. I straddle the fence. I'm damned if I do it. I damned if I don't. I didn't really fuck with one side, and I kind of fuck with another side. And me as a black man, I'm supposed to go one side.
It's like, God, see, that's the biggest fucking problem, man. I really think like, so, and again, this is me I am willingly saying that I am not a political person. I am not well educated enough to sit and stand and argue against, you know, professionals. However, I do feel like I have a solid grip on humanity and what I feel we should be. And the whole idea that we have separate parties, like political parties, that in itself creates division. It shouldn't be parties, defined parties, because it makes it easier to go, well, this big group of people thinks what. think for your fucking self. Think for yourself, speak for yourself, speak your values, think your values, and let other people agree if that's what they want. Not just because one person wears red and one person wears blue. That's such a fucking archaic way of looking at humanity and how we should develop our leadership as a world, to be honest. That's how I felt. And I mean,
I can't agree more.
Because I mean, it's just because life's not simple. Life's not red and blue. Life's not black and white. It's not. And the more that we project that and go, hey, this is a red state, people will always take the easy way out in terms of thinking. They're not going to think for themselves. They go, oh, there's one good thing I heard about in the red states, and I really like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But okay, I'm not. Obviously, I'm ridiculing a very specific group, but still, same thing. Even on the left, you're just like, you know, the woke nation. Fuck you being woke, bitch. You didn't grow up in being woke. You didn't come to my middle school. My middle school, we called you a fag, not because you were gay, but because you're being a fucking fag.
Hey, you can't use that word.
Well, that's what we're using right now, and I'm not saying it against in a derogatory way. I'm just saying, like, we're all raised differently, but that doesn't make me red or blue. That's just
Right.
that's just how I was raised. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah, it's just too easy for people not to think for themselves anymore.
Don't nobody
And-
think for themselves no more. There's no critical thinking in the world these days.
Yeah, and it's a shame.
It is a shame.
And you know, and look, I'll look. We all have our like, hey, I like where that guy's spitting, and you know, it turns out that guy or gal is, you know, doing other fucking shit that maybe we don't agree with. But that's it. That's everything's fucking gray. Like every single human being is gray. They're not black, they're not white, they're gray. So there's going to be things that we don't like about certain people, and when it comes into politics, and when people picks a political party, people don't want to agree and like saying like, yeah, that's not cool. You know, they don't want to do that because it feels like now they have a personal weakness.
There's no agree to disagree these days. It's just
No,
like, if you don't agree with me, then fuck you.
Right, and there's too many platforms to communicate that too.
Yeah.
So,
All right. My next little question. Now we're going back to dating
yeah,
because
good.
me and you the ones here, and Brent,
Yeah.
this fucker down here is married. So, what are some of the things that you're running into these days? Like,
Well,
are you?
I'm not really running into much, to be quite honest. I mean, I definitely have some concerns, you know, especially at this age. So, objectively, yes, I do want an older woman. The one woman I went on a date with just last night, and independent date. The other couple times it was a combined thing. It was like a group thing. Because this is, well, I guess I don't have to be so fucking cryptic. This is my childhood best friend. This is his sister-in-law.
Oh.
And they've actually been like, oh, what about Brianna for a long name slip? What about you know, her for a real long time? Like, what's, you know, maybe her, this is what she's doing. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Well, finally they, you know, got us together, and you know, we hit it off. So she's younger.
Okay.
She's 21.
All right.
Ooh,
That's too
but-
young for me. That's way too young.
So, and that's originally what I was coming in with. However, I think when I say I want someone older, yes, there is, I think, just overall life experience that, you know, it doesn't matter who you are, how mature you are, experience is experience. It only comes in time. Okay, that's one thing, right? But for me, with my biggest grievances with my long-term relationships is that there was either no ambition or no direction. I've had one person who had no ambition, but had the direction of, I want to live a comfortable life. Then I had a person with ultra ambition with real no direction. And I'm not saying these things as a critique, because it's very hard to find that balance of both. However, when it comes to a relationship, I think there needs to be a little bit of
Balance.
both in there, a little bit of
Yeah.
balance of those two things. And I'm not going to say I was perfect in that in any regard. However, I was always mindful of it, and so, and also mindful and open to the idea that regardless of what struggles you go through with trying to find that balance between ambition and direction, you're gonna have a partner there to back you up.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, and that shit don't end, you know. So in this case, this recent date I went on, she's
This
coming
is
in hot.
This is the older woman. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remember you earlier you said this was a date with someone yesterday was older, right?
No, younger, the 21.
Oh, okay. All
21.
right.
So, but no, what I was saying before with the older woman, yes, normally I need 21, and normally I would agree, like, oh, too young for me. However, in this case, not only do I know the group of people in the family that she grew up around, because again, it's my boy, it's his wife's sister, and I went to school with them both, so I've known them for years. I know them, I know their personalities, I know they wouldn't try to do me dirty, hooking me up with
Already vetted.
a fucking washed it. Okay, vetted. Thank you. So there's that. But on top of that, she's going to be the first one in her family to graduate college, and she wants to get into law enforcement. Specifically, she wants to be a crime analyst, but she knows that in order to kind of get there, she needs to become an actual cop. And so there's direction, there's commitment, there's progress. And on top of that, I think she also has a lot of traditional family values that I was grown up with, in terms of, balancing a household and wanting to contribute and finding a partner, not only to experience like all the adventure in life, but even just the minutia, the actual day to day. You go to work, you come home, and the best part of your day is you get to sit down with your partner. So direction, a balance of direction and ambition, and someone who can acknowledge that the real day-to-day life, at least to what mold that we're living in right now in good old sunny California, is coming home and just being able to spend quality time with your partner. That's life. So yeah.
No, I was agreeing with you. Like, I'm having the exact opposite situation right now. I'm finding more people they want all the sweet shit in life. They want the trips, they want the flowers, they want the candy, they want the overwhelmingly just like this whole worshipness. I call it worship because it seems like they want somebody to worship.
Yeah.
I see that a lot right now, and it's like I don't think these people be actually wanting anything, because like when I see something that's like on Hinge, if I see something that says what I want to do more this year and I see travel, I'm like, bro, I've been stamping fucking passports before this shit was cool. I did that shit when I was young. I'm not trying to go anywhere right now. I don't.
You want to see someone who's ready to stamp the fucking couch? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, put in the work.
What are we talking about? Life is not going on fucking trips. Life is not fucking the bullshit. You do that shit when you're single. What the shit I'm interested in is like, look, you can see here in my background, I got my nieces and nephews here. I got my kids. I got my ex that I'm still cool with. Like, I got my sisters. Like, I got people here who love me regardless. You know what I mean? Look, my little nephew in the background. That shit is worth something. Hold on a second. Yo, I don't want to hear you talk. Anyways.
Set them straight.
Bro, get off your computer. See, but I value that. That's me talking to my son. That's me setting my son straight. That's the shit I like doing. Like, I'm molding this human right next.
You're not trying to figure out like how to book your next trip to Italy.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about no trips. Bro, I got a old ass passport, but I've
And that's not to say that's just like that's not to say that you're fucking done with that in your life, but obviously, you know, you have
it's not at the
priorities.
forefront of my like
because
if I'm
that's
going
not the
if I'm-
forefront of anyone's life in order to be like especially in California. That's why it's just like I know we're derailing here, but like you have to look local, like where you're at, and learn how to survive in your climate. You know what I mean? And that's not viable. That's not viable.
It's what I've been running into these days is a bunch of he is back with the Tupac spitting on people. But no, what I've been running into
fucking Tupac song. Hey buddy, missed you.
Yeah, how you doing? I miss you, brother.
Hey buddy.
But I've been running into a lot of bullshit. Like dude, I was supposed to go on the weekend, right?
You're supposed to go what on the weekend? I'm sorry.
I was supposed to go on a date this weekend.
Oh yeah.
This Sunday. I was supposed to take the chick somewhere. But we was all talking. We both kind of like wanted mutual things, and then like out of nowhere, she's like, "Ghost."
You fuck. Look at him close his fucking door. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She ghosts. Like she stopped fucking replying. I'm like, yo, I was already setting up this shit. I was like, hey, I'm about to make reservations to this place. We're gonna go here, and then she stopped. And I'm like, bro, we 30 something. We in our 30s. What is this ghosting shit? Man, if you don't like me, tell me, so I don't fucking waste my fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this, I don't get it now. I just think I should run around here be a fucking male gigolo slinging dick from left to right, but I'm not that person.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, so I have a couple options, right? Like, because I've experienced the light. I've experienced the light of long-term commitment and what that looks like, and I've been lucky enough to have 2 relationships and on relatively fine terms. And you know, with nothing but love. So it's just like, it's not like, fuck that bitch. It's not like that. So I'm very grateful to have these experiences. So I've seen the light of what long-term relationships look like. But you know, at the same time, you know, here I am hitting 30. It's just like, what do I actually know? You know what I mean? How much do I know about myself? Because you're constantly learning from yourself, and you learn from yourself by the relationships that you have with other people. So as of right now, yeah, I have a couple chats going. But this one girl is the only one I've officially dated so far. I've made it clear with her, like, you know, I am absolutely, you know, I've been very, very clear. I said, I've seen the light. I know that's what I want at the end of the day. However, with everything just so fresh in my life, between fresh out of a relationship, just bought a house, just lost my job, just got a new job, which is doing very, very well, by the way. And now I'm moving in my mom and my grandma to help them / help me. And I'm moving my ass up into this loft here, trying to figure all this shit out. It's a balance. And so it's something that I don't feel comfortable with yet. Not in the sense I'm ashamed of it, but obviously, you know, I haven't adapted yet. Exactly, I'm not, but it's adjustment, right? So you're not going to feel comfortable. So I'm not going to want to bring someone into that. So until then, though, I'm not going to I'm not going to interact with anyone. I'm not going to go talk to any person. That's not how life is. So I'm embracing things and letting things organically happen. And I told her that, and I was even honest and said that, yeah, you know, just for record, like, even though you're the first person I've gone on a date with, like, I'm talking with other people, and she was okay with that. But then, you know, I followed it up with, because everything I told you, you know, she's absolutely his wife material, even beyond like the career pathway things, other things I've heard and what I've experienced. You know, she cooks, she cleans, like, you know, yeah, like that's call it being, you know, superficial or whatever you want to call it, but that's good shit to me. Right. Good shit. Like I cook and I clean. I'm fucking Betty Crocker. I'm a bald Betty Crocker here, but you know what? It'd be nice to have another partner again that fucking leans into that. And you know, ain't cast no shade here, but my last partner, like, I had to fucking pick up for that shit. So, you know, there are like the superficial things that you look for in a relationship, but then there's things that really matter. And I think it's the balance between both. And so with both of those being said, like, that's why I was comfortable in saying, like, yeah, you're absolutely wife material, but at the same time, I want things just naturally, organically happen right now. I got a lot
Right.
going on. You're about to graduate from school. Like, let's just embrace. Let's just get it. And so we are right now. But with that being said, like I need to keep myself open to experiences. Like I need to be open to, especially if I want to look in someone older. Like, so for example, like, again, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her name, but like for a 30-year-old woman with a couple kids, that's a higher probability nowadays. And I was busting balls, but there's one woman I'm actually talking to right now who I talked to a few years back. She does have a kid, in a very kind of like, baby daddy out of the picture, baby daddy in jail kind of thing.
No,
and,
stay far away from that. Stay far away from that.
That's what happened with the first couple of years back, but now it's actually a little bit more stable. Anyway, but again, for me to like come into the dating scene and knowing what I want and knowing the reality that finding an older woman is how I'm going to find that, there's not the pickings would be a little slim on the older front, established front, and no kids front. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to. So yeah, I have to be more open to experiences and see what that's actually like. And obviously, again, I forget what her name was. She's looking for someone older who's not ready to have their own family. That's understandable, but yeah, I have to be prepared for that. That is absolutely a higher probability, because otherwise, I'm just going to be, stalking outside of fucking colleges. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially with fucking young women nowadays, they're all fucking TikToked and Instagrammed out of their fucking minds. No, thank you, bro.
Yep.
Talk about disconnected from reality, right?
Yeah, I'm a dad, so. I'm a dad. So, right. That ain't even my kid. That's my nephew. And Bella, you better not.
That's what's her name's kid. I'm sorry. What was her name?
Yeah, that's Ty's. That was
Ty's,
one.
Ty.
There's two. The number 2 is right there.
Hi, number two.
There's 2, 1, 2. There's one more.
Well, they look like cute kids. So see, like, and that's
There's
why
number
look.
3.
That's why I like. I'm number 3 is cool. I like his style. See, and that's why I'm not opposed to that. But look, it's just not something I've been experienced with. So if I can gradually experience, go ahead. What?
Don't do it, bro. It's not for you, right?
What, you mean someone with kids? You mean someone with kids in general?
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, look, if I had a checklist, right? Of course, that would be, I want my own family. I want to develop something myself. But that's what I'm saying. I have to look at realities,
You don't have to settle for that. No.
I'm not settling, but I'm just saying there's a higher probability.
But see, this is the thing, though. You are a guy who don't have kids. You don't need to go, like, don't go out. Like, if you find someone and they got kids and they might be the greatest, don't do it. Move around. Just go find someone that's more on your path. They could be older.
Fair enough, but when do I? But that's my point. Like, when do I actually cut that off? Especially when it comes to like my overall values in a partner, and how those are generally going to be with more established women who arguably probably do have gone through and have kids. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be kind of fucked up, but
let me hear it.
If you finding some woman who's got kids and she's had kids and now she's
single.
Like this and is single, and now she's like this whole want to be married thing, why didn't you get married with the dudes that you had the kids with?
Okay, well then let's then let's look at actual information that we have in front of us here. Let's make this a little uncomfy for you. So okay, in Ty's case, what's going on?
I heard the dude she was with was fucking trash.
Well, there you go. There, look,
they were married though.
Okay, well that's still that's my point, right? Like,
yeah, but look, I think it's better if you are like me. I got kids. And I don't go out my way to seek female without kids. I seek someone who at least have 1 or 2 kids. You know what I mean? Because I'm okay with kids. I like kids. The
I
thing
like
is
kids too.
that in a relationship with you or with someone with kids, the guy is always almost automatically expected to provide for the woman and the kids. Where if it was the other way around, I'm not expecting of a woman to come into my relationship and to provide for my kids at all. I'm not.
But it'd be
expecting-
nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be nice, but I'm not expecting that. But the other way around, that is expected because they quickly throw out we're a package deal. You know what I mean?
Do you think
So-
Ty feels that way when it? Well, I guess kind of in a way when she says she wants someone older, but and her main point, it sounded like she didn't want someone who may want more of their own family because she's done with that part.
I
Which
don't
that's
think
respectable.
she's the best case study for this. She's
Well, I know,
wacky.
but and that's fine. Not the best case study. That's okay. But
She-
I'm just saying, like ties are out there, right? You know what I mean?
Nah, that's an anomaly. That's an anomaly. When we talking about normal, actual things, like if we just talk, like we talking about the average situation. There's probably better situations out there. I just wouldn't say put yourself in those things. I think you because you are a single guy with no kids, you should stick to single women with no kids.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Look, if there's a filter for that on fucking Tinder, sure.
There is a filter. Get one without kids.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I haven't even brushed on that shit yet. Online dating, and I really don't want to. I've been very lucky. You know, I've had all my relationships kind of fall into me organically. So, yeah, but I know that's not.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say that because when I met Kathy through a friend, and then fucking 11 years later, boom. But now that's over. So now it's all my dating is online. You know what I mean? It's apps and shit. And I can't say it's been the greatest, mostly because I don't understand most of these women in the first place because they get on there and they talk about I want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. But when it comes down to like, hey, I want those things too, then it's like, oh shit. I don't really want those. I just want to be like, I don't get it. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I think we all are, bro. I think we all are.
We are, but at the same time, it shouldn't be so I think people are childish because the simple fact that like what I was telling you earlier, like you set up something, you have it all set up, but then you fucking ghost somebody. It's like, bro, we 30 something years old. It's like, why are we still out here ghosting people? Like, just be fucking open communication like that. It'd be the funniest shit when people have on their fucking profile communication is key, and then you fucking ghost somebody and you didn't communicate what the fuck was going on. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. I don't think that people actually understand what it takes to have like something successful. And
Yeah, well, I will say though that one consistency that you're able to kind of point out, like, oh, communication's everything, then they fucking ghost you. I will say that is a benefit of online dating because you get to that fucking real goddamn quick. You know what I mean? So,
but bro, hey, don't give me your number if you're gonna expand. If like a couple days in their conversation, you're gonna bounce.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, man, that's a waste of time, bro.
yeah. I mean, and look, like I said, I haven't even experienced that. I'd be kind of curious what my ass would actually pull on those kind of
It's
websites because
regular.
I'm gonna be fucking open and honest about my ass, dude. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I'm,
don't
you
know.
know, I'm a goofy weirdo, and
And that shit
I'm
shows.
gonna, that's how I'm gonna advertise.
And that's how I advertise mine. It's like it's not fucking serious, but on the other end, like you start scrolling through, you see, especially in the older crowd, you start to see like you start seeing stupid shit like you must have a passport. Like that's automatically no for me because I'm like, bro, I've already been to these places.
Fuck.
You're going to these places so you can go to your friends. I went to these places and actually experienced the place. Like I was in Japan for 3 months. I was fucking hanging out with fucking Japanese people. I lived in a family house for like 2 weeks. They gave me a fucking katana and a daido. because they appreciated my company that I was hanging out with them. I was fucking doing shit. These people want to go places so they can have a new post for their fucking Instagram page. I don't have no pictures from me being in fucking Japan. I didn't go there trying to take fucking pictures. You know what I mean? I go there because I was like, fuck, I love Japan. I want to see what the fuck it's like. That's why I go places.
Awesome.
I don't go places to go fucking, I went here. I went here. Ooh. There's no pictures.
A picture that I see thousands of because everyone else goes there and takes pictures. Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? You just want to be a part of the crowd. You want to be a sheep. You want to run around here following people. You want to do what everybody else does. Like,
yeah, it's funny you say that. Same, kind of similar topic, but like I didn't even realize it was this fucking deep because again, I don't go on like Instagram or TikTok really. I mean, I have an Instagram, I don't have a TikTok, but and my boy, he just bought this big new sectional, this big new couch, real nice, electric recliners, L shape all around, it kept real nice. And when they went in to ask for it, the sales lady was like, "Oh, you mean the one that's on TikTok right now?" I go, fucking couches are going fucking viral now, bro. Yep. Come the fuck on, Jesus Christ!
And everybody got that same couch in their house. There's a bunch of people that same the couch I want. The couch I want. Most of them fuckers can't fucking afford it. There's a fucking damn near $10,000 couch I want. It's a fucking cloud couch that you get from fucking Restoration Hardware. Like, my shit, the shit I'm trying to do, you ain't seen. Like, the shit I'm on, like, what fucking, like, hey, Kendrick Lamar said it best. The type of shit I'm on, you just wouldn't understand. Like, I'm not doing the same shit that you're doing. Like, I'm not trying to do all that shit. Like, you trying to go places to show, to get validation from the public. I'm trying to go places because I don't give a fuck who cares about it. Like, I don't.
Is your passport still valid? Mine's about to expire next year.
Huh?
Is your passport still
old
valid?
as hell? I haven't been nowhere in a long time, dude. That my passport got 10 places there, and that shit old as hell. I don't know where the fuck is that. It's probably in my mom's house somewhere. It got Japan. It's got Thailand, it's got Laos, it's got a few other little spots that I went. But I went to that shit when I was like fucking young. Like I was like, shit, when did I go? I went to that shit 2008, 2009. That's why I did all my traveling. Like I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old. I went to all those places. We got people who are 30, 40 years old trying to finally get out the fucking country, and then now it's a requirement for it's a dating requirement. Oh, you gotta have a passport, bitch. I've already been places. You catching up to me? I don't want to go nowhere now. I've hit the age where I don't want to go nowhere. I want to sit at home. I want to have a nice plush, fucking comfy crib. Yeah. I want the big ass TV, nice ass couch, the fucking pantry with all the snacks I ever want. The nice ass refrigerator that got the cold.
You want to live your Hobbit life, right?
Right.
You did. Bilbo went on his adventure. You're back home now. You're in the Shire. Right. You just want to.
I've already lived. Y'all living life backwards. You trying to go do all the traveling now? I've done that shit when I was young. When you supposed to. When you ain't got kids, you ain't got responsibility. You ain't got a fucking job. You motherfuckers are trying to do all this shit and then have to go to work next week. Where you can only spend a week somewhere. I spent 3.5 months in fucking Japan.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's a lot of fucking time. That's an adventure right there. Yeah,
these motherfuckers out here trying to do week fucking vacations, didn't have to wake up, didn't have to dread going back to work. You know what I mean? I'm not. Right. There's a few places. Oh,
for me, like I've definitely. I've been to a couple places. I went on a cruise to Mexico. I did a quick little road trip on some of the western states. For a week, I did Iceland, and for a week we did the Ring Road around it. So I've seen some pretty cool shit, but there's admittedly a lot more that I want and would like to do. So, I guess I'm kind of in a hybrid mode of like, yeah, I still want a little bit of adventure. I still got some freeness within me, but my day-to-day, I know what I want. And I want my pantry. I want my cloud couch. I want my big TV. I want, my little thickums sitting next to me, fucking chowing down on some goddamn fucking, kettle chips and fucking, you know,
Right.
having a beer with me at the end of the night because we both just worked our asses off, and you know,
Like, and it'd be crazy because I'll be saying that shit too. Just like, oh no, we want to be out, dude. There's a few places I want to go, and them places I won't go because those are the places you want to go. They're romantic places. I will go with somebody if I'm with somebody. I'm not gonna go alone. It's not a guys trip thing. Like I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go stay in them fucking huts that are hanging over the water with the fucking pool shit that's hanging over the water. And I want to get buck ass nigga and have sex on one of them fucking balconies somewhere with somebody. I'm not going with the guys. The fuck I look like sitting in one of them huts by myself. Like, ooh, I went there by myself. No, I want to freaky shit on that damn thing. Like,
let's make it a memory. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I want to go to the cruise. Yeah, I want to go to the cruise. I want to go to one of them fucking Virgin Mobile fucking whatever cruises. I want to fucking bang some chick hanging off the fucking balcony and shit like that. You know, go get drunk and fucking frolic around the fucking ship and shit. I want to do that shit, you know, but
it's the best, dude. I've had that too. It's the fucking best, man. The next trip, just do a cruise, dude. It's the best fucking.
I want to do a cruise. I would actually do a cruise, like a guys trip cruise, like because them versions.
I could do that.
Yeah, we might have to talk to someone about that. We might have to
coordinate that live podcast on cruise, huh?
Right, that'd be lit. But yeah, like there's a few places I would go, but it's strictly like couple trips. Like I'm not going. There's nothing I want to do by myself or guys, unless like I'm single and I go like Colombia or some shit. You know, that'll be a sickest trip. But that's not a romantic place. I want to go to Amsterdam. My brother been to Amsterdam a bunch of times. Fucking lucky bastard. But my brother did all his.
I want to get some stories from him.
Oh man, I could get my brother on here one of these days. But my brother's been there a lot. But like he did it the right way too. He did that shit when he's young. He did this shit. My brother, what, 28, 29? Like he's already done that shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking people.
I think I got a solid. You know, you shouldn't associate times with these things, but I think I got a solid 5 more years to get a couple more adventures in me. You know, the big ones before I'm actually like strapped down. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't be opposed to get strapped down earlier before that, but like let's assume that I don't. 5 more years before it becomes sad.
You said 5 more years before it becomes
sad.
Yeah, nah. But there are the ones I want to go on, but those are strictly like romantic type places. Like it's not no guy trip type shit. And I'm not gonna go on no trips unless there's somebody. Other than that, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going to fucking Italy. I don't care about no fucking Italy. Fucking, if I want to go get fucking Italian food, I go. There's a place. There's a little Italy in fucking San Francisco.
Olive Garden.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I'll go to like a legit fucking Italian restaurant. You know what I mean? But I'm not interested in those places though. I don't because they're so touristy. Like that's all that they have to offer now. Yeah, you can go to this place and it's super fucking foreign and it's super fucking far, but then you get there and it's like a tourist fucking go see all the tourist shit. Oh, the Leaning Tower of Pisa and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't want to see no fucking.
But it's a big fucking country. I think there is a lot of untapped beauty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, put me on the countryside.
Put on the countryside.
Fucking, some of the olive oil farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Just fucking pay work for your
yeah.
Forward, you know.
Yeah.
That's the real fucking experience because those tourist places they just thrive. The only reason why those things exist right now is because of tourists. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like if you want to see what a real country and experience what that's like, you know. Yeah.
Right. I remember one time I had talked to this girl, right, and she was talking about how, oh yeah, I went to Japan. I was there. I was 2 weeks there. It was really nice. She's just like, you really should go to Japan. I was like holding the cars, like, yeah, I've already been there. Like it was a super anime type thing. I was like, in my head, I was running through this little monologue, like, Yes, little do you know, I've already been there. I spent 3.5 months there, and I've done
Let
this,
me
that,
tell you
third."
about this. I like
Right.
that shit.
And I'm listening to her tell me, I'm like, well, listen, we were texting, but I'm reading these texts like she's telling me all about all these places, and they're super touristy things. She's telling me like, oh, we went here. I seen Tokyo Towers. I was like, but have you seen the bathhouses? You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
my head, I'm like, have you seen the bathhouses? Have you hung with some yakuzas and shit? Like yeah, fuck your touristy shit. I was out here living with these people. Like, have you ever been to the small towns that they don't even call small towns? They call villages and shit. Like
Fucking
bro,
village, oh yeah, dude.
like, what are you talking about? What are you talking to me about? Oh yeah, I went to Osaka. Okay, you went to Osaka. Which district did you go to? You go to Interchange District? Did you go to Food District? Did you go to Art District? Which way were you was doing? Like, I'm like, get out of here, dude. You went to a place and got fucking lead light sheet from one place to another.
So you're saying is you can spot out people who think they know what they want, but they don't even know what they want.
Nah, they definitely don't, because they just talk about the shit. Like when they say they want to travel, they just want to go to the places and get laid somewhere. If they say they want to communicate, they're really horrible at communicating. And this is, I don't know. The apps are. I need to get off the apps, but I'm on them because it's entertaining. I don't know.
Well, otherwise, like, what would your plan be? Just like fucking.
I don't know, because it's very sketchy to talk to people in real life these days, because talking to people in real life could catch you a charge, because somebody could feel some type of fucking way about
like it being you're harassing.
Right. Yeah, you can label anything harassment now. I think the best thing is meeting people through people, because they have already been.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I've lucked out.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Ways.
You see, because I think it's because you got people around you that understand your situation or understand what you're going through, and then they're like, oh, we know some good people. I don't have that. You know what I mean? I don't have.
I'll keep you in mind. I'll try to find something.
You know, I don't have that. I don't have like an abundance of my friends' circle is very tight. It's small, so it's not like I don't think I could do that same thing. Then there's too many mutuals, because who I know is who my ex knew. So you know, you can't bring. There's no
close
one
to home.
Right.
Close to home shit. I get it. Oh, I mean, you fucking maybe could, but maybe it's not worth it in the long run.
Nah, it just ain't worth it. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
It's
but
it's a uphill struggle.
Yeah. And you know, that's the thing. Like right now, for me specifically, like I'm not saying, you know, yeah, I'm out there, I'm dating. You know, no, I'm leaving. I'm living. I have a couple people I'm talking to that I've met organically or known organically. Two are from work. One is from acquaintance. And I'm just letting things kind of happen right now. I'm not really out there looking for really much. I'm more than happy to fucking have a good time if it fucking lines up that way. But I'd like to be able to just naturally mesh with that person if that's possible. Yeah, just fucking see, dude. I got a lot of shit to figure out right now. A lot of shit to get. I'll say a lot more shit to get comfortable with.
Right.
I got too much shifting right now, and obviously I got some big projects around the house. You know about that.
I do.
I got to get that. Yeah, especially for summer, dude. Because even up here right now, you know, when it's only 60 degrees outside, it's a little toasty. I came up here today.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. Those tile, though, your roof, if they're the type of shingles I think they are, which is like the tar based one, them things are gonna hold heat. You're gonna need
a picture.
Yeah, they're gonna hold heat. They hold heat a lot. You're always gonna be cooking up there. You're gonna need some type of ventilation to move some air around.
What I forgot to tell you. So the guy that gave me that quote for the insulation was just like, yeah, on top of that, you should get an attic fan to blow out the exhaust. Pay an electrician a couple $100 for the fans, and then whatever the labor is. So probably like $800 for an electrician to come out and install a couple of those fans. And then another 800 for the installation. So we'll just say $2,000 for installation and fans. I think it's probably worth it.
Because you want to pull that hot air out. You want something to pull that hot air out. Because what it is that you got those tar. Because if they're the tar based,
I'll send it to you.
Shingle.
You can see my.
I'm
pretty sure that's what you would consider tar based shingles, but yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, it's not necessarily tar. I think it's something else, but it's like that black stuff with like graphite type shit on top.
Well, it's not black, but it's yeah. I'll show it you right now. You can see
and those things hold heat. So what you got to do is try to figure out a way to move that heated air around, and then you got two areas front and back behind you that are holding that hot air. So you got to get that. You got to pull that air up out of there. So yeah,
I know.
And then on your part, you're gonna have to get you some. Do you got central air?
Yes,
you do. You probably want.
And these are the two that I got 2 vents here, which the heater clicked on last night, and I have the vents closed, and it actually woke me up because there's like a little crack, whatever, it comes out, and it fucking hit me. This fucker goes. So right. I mean, it's got some pressure into it, but
oh yeah, for sure. Those are the shingles I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so definitely those.
They last a long time though.
They do. They last like 20 years or something like that. So, but you probably want. Are your vents the duct work? Is it insulated duct work or is it exposed?
They are wrapped tubes insulated. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because what
they're
happens
black.
is
they're black and like squishy around and yeah, they're insulated.
Yeah, because if they're not insulated, if you have like them exposed to those areas that got hot air, what you end up doing is getting like a temperature change. So you'll be getting, let's say you're in your air conditioner is blowing out air that's 60 degrees, but if it's exposed to the air that's in your attic in those two crawl spaces, that air will turn from 60 degrees to like 65 degrees. You know what I mean? Because you got it. Those vents those ductworks are heated.
Right.
Like
it's so the way that these vents come up. It's a pretty straight shot. It's not too much of a travel. But yeah, it's exposed, but they are absolutely insulated for sure.
Yeah, but you still want to get that. You want to get that air moving around in there,
right? So I'm thinking like if I, because again I got 2 here, and so this one in the corner is facing the wall that I want to branch to a bedroom. Take one and stick it in there instead.
Yeah. Why don't you just open it all the way up? Because it's essentially a bedroom.
I kind of wanted a separate room, to be honest. I kind of want this to be like a theater loft area and have like a separate living area. Yeah. And plus then, in terms of, overall resale value, now I can say that this is objectively a 3-bedroom. I mean, it's technically a 3-bedroom right now with this loft, but 3-bedroom plus loft.
Yeah.
Like,
and then if you do the basement, you could say it's finished.
And it's a finished base, exactly. So I'm trying to find ways to maximize my overall value at this point, because especially if the market has a possibility of dipping, I need to have something to kind of counteract that.
Right.
That's my long-term thinking.
Build some equity. Yeah, I was going to tell you the simple way to build equity, and that's turning everything stainless steel. That's like a quick.
Well, you're right. Builder. And I got a nice little new sink in there. I have a Thermador. This thing came with a Thermador range and oven.
Oh shit!
It has, it's got an LG stainless steel fridge. It doesn't have a dishwasher, but it's got enough hookups. I just have to take out one of the cabinets, so that's one of my upgrades for sure.
That's gonna add equity
for sure.
And changing your because you showed me your kitchen. If you just change the doors and painted them a color,
the French doors, the sliding door.
No, the doors are the cabinets.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Here's the thing about those, though. You see that? You see that grain?
Yeah.
That's not real grain. That's hand painted.
What?
Yep. That's hand painted, dude. The uncle was an artist, and that backsplash, he made that backsplash. There's a bathroom door that has stained glass. He made that. There's stained glass in this bathroom up here. The fireplace has a glass fixture, which I think in one of the pictures you can see. The stained glass, that's handmade. The art below on the fireplace, that's handmade. So there's a lot of character in this place, dude.
Yeah, people that trying to buy the house ain't gonna care about that.
Look, I'll say this: I cared about it.
No. I get it. Nah, that's cool though. That's not real grain. That's fucking cool.
Pretty cool, right? Yeah.
If you add the equity, that should go.
Right. But don't worry, I'm taking it out of the cabinet and putting a dishwasher in the bitch. So that's
gonna add a lot of equity right there. That'll add a lot of equity. And
see, I'm a fucking I'm an eligible bachelor, dude. Fucking get Ty back on the phone. We'll figure it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Ty, where Ty at? I think they're outside.
No, she's cool. Look, if she wants to ever have fun, you give her my number. We'll have a good time. There we go.
I
How about that?
I get you. If you ever stop messing with wrinkle balls, I got you.
Yeah, I want someone that doesn't fucking go to sleep immediately after. Let me know. Or in the middle. How about that?
Gotta pull out an inhaler
and no medications.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey. I can tell you some things about time, but I ain't gonna do that.
Maybe off the podcast where there's nothing.
Yeah, that's an off the podcast thing, but nah, yeah. Next topic. See, look at this. Me and you been on here an hour and a half. Fucking,
we catch him when he's tired. That's all. He just fucking gets tired.
No, that dude just disengaged, old bucket-headed fool. Nah, it's I don't know. Man. I'm trying to get better with this podcast shit. I'm trying to get better.
And you're right. It's consistency. That's all it is, dude.
Yeah, it's consistency, and then also like you see how I got this little border thing going up with this, but I'm thinking about really investing in some overlays. So we got some.
I think dude. I think this is a solid start. If you want to shift your focus on, you got something good here. I like it. Good colors.
Right. I think it's cool.
Maybe to kind of help the logo stand out, do a background of orange on the logo too.
Yeah, I will. I had a outline for it, but it didn't look right, so I took it off, and I didn't understand. Like, I gotta figure all this out.
I like the design. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna get it together. It's a work in progress. But I'm trying to figure it out. What you doing? What y'all doing? Y'all outside?
Play music, yeah.
There's a big ass speaker outside. Yeah, the one that's sitting in the garage.
Well, it's been 20 minutes. Someone's got to walk through the door.
Right. Nobody's walking through the door. They're all outside because I got a TV in the garage with a speaker in the garage.
Idea is that where they're going?
Yeah, I think I bought one of those fucking super expensive solo stoves, the Yukon. So it's like the big ass one. I spent the whole $1,000 for that thing, and I got firewood. So yeah, they got a fire going.
Those
so
are cool. I do.
Damn it.
Yeah, I do want one of those. I got some ideas for the backyard too. I do want to get an ADU out in the backyard. Stick my mom in it.
Oh.
Because long term, this house is. When I was buying this, I was like, this will be a place I could stick my mom in. And so, like, once I actually get out of here, it's just like, all right, and then she can rent the ADU out for extra income, and then I don't got to worry about shit for her. You know what I mean? Me and Anthony was talking about me and him actually coming together and buying some little properties here and there, and sticking ADUs. Like I was telling them about Minnesota. Minnesota's they allow ADUs, so you can buy a duplex, rent both of those out, stick an ADU in the back. Now you got a 3 unit. Yeah, 3 units in the back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Smart.
so you got 3 unit places. Then you just keep fucking, and then you make that shit. You make that shit fucking. What is it? Almost net zero. So you put some solar on the roof. You put a battery bank in there, so you could be like, hey, we got solar and battery for enough to provide for all 3 units. And then you'd be like, hey, you don't have to pay power because it's already provided,
Right.
and stuff like that. And you just kind of like let these people live here, and they live there long term. And then you keep fucking growing, and you keep fucking buying.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's the way to go. It is. I ain't gonna disagree.
yeah.
You know,
And
I mean, having this place, like, you know, it's definitely a thought. Like, I know I got options. I can say that.
right.
I got options.
I want to buy a house, but also I'm also at the point where I just want to buy some land. Buy some land and build a few houses on that land.
Yeah.
And fucking me and Anthony talked about it. I was like, yeah, man, we can do the podcast out in the fucking big ass nice garage, and you had the fucking houses there and shit like that. We talked about that, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. So
I'll figure it out.
anyways.
Yeah, bro. I think I need to dip.
Yeah,
Long
day.
day. Gotta call it
I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go work
Do you?
5 hours tomorrow. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. It's meaningless. I don't know why we do this, but anyways, 5 hours of fucking working. I gotta get up at 7. So bullshit.
Well, then you definitely also you got people at work. Some engineers that you can chat with about that beam.
Yeah, that's what I planned on doing. I plan on talking to a couple of people at work, and then I was also gonna call my buddy Augie down in LA and ask him what do you think about the prices and stuff. Because man, people will gouge you for prices. There was one time me and Augie was actually talking. I'm gonna make this quick because I know you're trying to get off. Somebody wanted to add a room. I'm gonna put emphasis on add a room. How much you think that costs?
I mean, shit. I was getting ready for about 20 G's, maybe, but
add a room. You 20 G's
from where? For where?
For
like how big?
It's here.
I guess
here. Just a normal room, closet, standard size. Just adding a room.
Maybe 10, 15.
Try like 90 grand.
The fuck does he put it in there? Hot tub?
I don't know. It was a fucking room. All they was doing was adding a room. I added an extra room to the back of the house. 90 grand.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Must be nice.
That's why. That was. I think it was out here. It was out in Roseville.
Well, I mean, it still fucking sucks, but at least it makes it a little
90
more
grand
sense.
is overpriced. 90 grand.
I mean, that's like a fourth of the house. Probably the cost of the house.
Right. So, no, we're not doing that shit. So that's why when you gave me that number, I was like, let me talk to some people. Let me see I'm gonna bounce that around and see what they think. And if they think that it's a reasonable price, then I'm like, hey.
What do you think?
Me, I think that's a little steep for putting, like, they're not adding anything on there, but some support for load bearing. They're gonna throw some wood down for the floor because you're gonna need some flooring, like floor plywood,
Subfloor,
sheetrock, subfloor, sheetrock. You're not gonna add
wiring,
wood, a little bit of wiring.
Which there's already wires already there. They're like hanging.
If they're all their wires already there, I would put it somewhere around anywhere between 8 and 10.
Okay, I'll take that shit. You can find those people and make that number work, man. I'll call them right in. I'll make them fucking wings. I'll have them beer every single fucking day.
I'll call it around. So I'll talk to some people tomorrow. And then I would talk to. I call my buddy down in LA and see what he think about the number, and then I relay that information back to you.
Let me know, bro. I'm ready. I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Good chat.
All right, man. Good chat. Talk to you later. We gotta do this again more often. Be more consistent because we suck at that.
I know. We definitely had a lot going on, but
Right.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm
Yep.
here.
Later, man. You have a
Bye.
good one. Later. Goddamn, gonna be